Welcome to Divorces in North Carolina Sandra Dinkins. Today let's talk about how to keep child custody out of the courts. Are you dealing with a child custody situation and not sure how to navigate it? It's an all too familiar question for many parents. At the heart of every child custody case is the welfare of the child, and this is best served when both parents cooperate and strive to keep the process out of the courts. This helps maintain a sense of normalcy and stability for the child, which is crucial for their well-being. Opting for a private agreement that outlines specifics like visitation schedules and important decisions about the child's education and religious upbringing can make this process smoother. Communication is key, especially when illness and hospitalizations occur. Remember, cooperation is key to a smooth child custody process. Have you considered a private agreement to handle child custody? This is a route that can foster cooperation and mutual understanding between parents, ensuring that the interests of the child or children remain at the heart of the matter. Let's break down the process of making a private agreement for child custody. Check out my video, Divorces in North Carolina Sandra Dinkins, Filing a Separation Agreement. First, you need to detail visitation schedules. This isn't just about weekdays and weekends, but also special holidays, birthdays, and any other significant dates. The more specific, the better. It's important to remember that flexibility is key here, as life can often be unpredictable. Next, communication protocols. In the event of illness, hospitalization, or travel across state lines, both parents need to be in the loop. It's crucial to establish clear lines of communication from immediately ensuring that everyone is on the same page when it comes to the well-being of the child. This will reduce accusations relating to neglect or kidnapping. The private agreement should also cover schooling and religious upbringing. It's vital for both parents to agree on these aspects to avoid future conflicts. Whether it's about enrolling the child in public or private school, or deciding on the type of religious teachings the child should receive, these decisions should be made jointly. Now, once you have your agreement in place, it's imperative to adhere to it. It's not just a verbal contract, it needs to be put in writing. This written agreement serves as a tangible commitment to the child and to each other to uphold the terms set out. Remember, though, a private agreement is only as strong as the commitment of both parents to uphold it. If one parent fails to adhere to the agreement and files for custody, then the dynamics change drastically. But that's a topic for another video. A well-detailed private agreement can make child custody much smoother for everyone involved. It inspires a sense of mutual respect and responsibility while keeping the focus on what really matters, the happiness and well-being of the child. What happens when parents can't adhere to their private agreement? This is where the courts might have to step in. When one parent decides to file for custody, it's no longer a private matter. The courtroom becomes a stage where each parent must make a case for their ability to contribute to their child's happiness and development. The parent filing for custody will need to provide evidence of their history of caretaking. It's not about who can provide the most toys or the biggest house. It's about who has been there for the child consistently, nurturing their growth and development. The court will look at things like who has been taking the child to doctor's appointments, who helps with homework, and who is involved in their day-to-day life. On the other hand, the court will also consider any negative factors that might impact the child's well-being. This could be a history of neglect or abuse, whether it's physical, emotional, or sexual. It's important to remember that the court's primary concern is the child's best interest. If there's any indication of harm to the child, this could greatly influence the custody decision. But it's not just about past behavior. The court will also want to see evidence of the parent's ability to provide for the child in the future. This might include financial stability, a safe and stable living environment, and a commitment to the child's education and emotional well-being. It's crucial to understand that filing for custody is not an easy process. It requires preparation, evidence, and a genuine demonstration of commitment to the child's well-being. It's not a decision to be taken lightly, but in cases where a private agreement isn't working, it can be a necessary step to ensure the child's needs are met. If court intervention becomes necessary, the parent filing for custody must be prepared to prove their capability and commitment to the child's well-being. From the moment you step into that courtroom, you're not just a parent anymore, you're an advocate for your child. And that's a role you need to be ready for. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. So how does a judge decide who gets custody and what type of custody they will get? When a child custody case lands in the courtroom, the judge has the challenging task of making a decision that will have a profound impact on the lives of the child and the parents. The judge's decision is not arbitrary or influenced by personal bias. It's a meticulous process that involves assessing several factors with a single goal in mind: the best interest of the child. If you are getting value from this video, please subscribe. Firstly, the judge will consider the parent's ability to provide a stable, nurturing environment for the child. This includes the parent's mental and physical health, their financial stability, and their capacity to meet the child's emotional and developmental needs. The judge will examine records and evidence presented by each parent, demonstrating their history of caretaking. Have they been involved in the child's life? Do they know the child's teacher or the parents of their child's friends? Have they taken the child to the doctor, the dentist, or to softball practice? The parent who can prove a consistent, active involvement in the child's life stands a better chance in the custody decision. However, let's not forget the darker side of these cases. If there's any history or evidence of neglect or abuse, whether physical, emotional, or sexual, the judge will take this very seriously. In such instances, the offending parent might not get custody, or might only be granted supervised custody. Finally, the judge will consider the child's own wishes, depending on their age and maturity. A teenager's preference might carry more weight than a toddler's, for instance. Who should make the decision about a child's custody, a judge or the child's parents? Tell me what you think in the comments. The judge's decision might result in different types of custody being awarded. This could be sole custody, where one parent has the primary responsibility, joint custody, where both parents share responsibility, or something else entirely, tailored to the unique circumstances of the case. Ultimately, the judge's decision will be based on what is in the best interest of the child. This principle guides every step of the process, ensuring the child's safety, happiness, and development are the paramount concerns.